Have you ever wondered if there are subtle ways to tell if a woman has recently had sex? Maybe you're simply curious, a little intrigued, or just looking to better understand the dynamics of human connection. The truth is, the clues can be more noticeable than you might imagine. Stay with us, because today we're diving into 5 key signs that might reveal more than meets the eye. In this video, we'll talk about the subtle and not so subtle indicators that a woman might have had sex recently. But this isn't just about physical changes. It's about her emotions, her behavior, and the way she carries herself. By understanding these signs, you can gain a deeper appreciation for the nuances of female sexuality and the emotions tied to intimacy. We'll break it down into 5 main areas: her mood, her appearance, her body language, the way she communicates, and her behavior in the hours following intimacy. Each of these can tell its own story if you know what to look for. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer lens to interpret these signs and, more importantly, a greater respect for the intricate nature of human relationships. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It's a small gesture that helps us reach more people who can benefit from these insights. Our goal is to help you navigate the complexities of dating, relationships, and attraction with confidence and clarity. So, are you ready to learn more about the fascinating connections between psychology, behavior, and intimacy? Let's jump in and explore these 5 surprising signs together. Number 1. A noticeable change in her mood. One of the most telling signs of intimacy is a shift in her mood. After sex, a woman's body releases feel-good hormones like oxytocin, which can make her feel more at ease, joyful, or deeply content. On the other hand, if the experience wasn't fulfilling, or if it brought up emotional complications, she might seem distant or even a little irritable. Research published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior highlights how emotional responses after sex can vary widely, depending on the context and circumstances. For some, the afterglow is unmistakably positive, while for others, lingering doubts or unresolved feelings might lead to a more subdued or tense demeanor. So, what should you look for? Pay attention to any sudden, unexplained changes in her mood. If she seems unusually cheerful, calm, or perhaps unexpectedly reserved, it could be a sign of a recent intimate experience. But here's the key: don't jump to conclusions too quickly. Mood shifts happen for all sorts of reasons: stress, good news, bad news, or even just a good night's sleep. Take a step back and consider the bigger picture. Context matters. What's going on in her life right now? How has she been feeling overall? By observing with care and empathy, you'll gain a deeper understanding of her emotional world without making assumptions. Number 2. The unmistakable post-sex glow. Have you ever noticed a certain glow on someone's face that seems almost radiant? After sex, many women experience what's often called the post-sex glow. This isn't just a romantic notion, it's rooted in science. During intimacy, increased blood flow to the skin, combined with a rush of feel-good hormones like endorphins, can give her complexion a naturally fresh and rosy appearance. Dermatologists explain that these physiological changes temporarily boost circulation and create a subtle yet noticeable brightness in the skin. Her cheeks might appear slightly flushed, and her overall complexion can take on a healthy, vibrant look. But before you jump to conclusions, keep in mind that glowing skin can have many causes. Good skin care, exercise, or even a great mood can produce similar effects. If you spot this radiance, it could be a clue, but consider it alongside other indicators to understand the bigger picture. Ultimately, the post-sex glow is a fascinating example of how our bodies reflect the emotions and experiences we go through. It's a reminder of the deep connection between physical and emotional well-being, which is something we should always approach with curiosity and respect. Number 3. A shift in her body language. Our bodies often speak louder than words, and body language can reveal more than we realize. After sex, a woman's body language might subtly change, becoming more relaxed, open, or even a touch more playful. You might notice her sitting back more comfortably, leaning in during conversations, or carrying herself with a newfound ease. Research on nonverbal communication shows that positive intimate experiences often leave people projecting more confidence and openness through their posture and movements. For example, her gestures might seem more fluid, her smile more genuine, or her overall presence more magnetic. These are subtle but powerful indicators of physical and emotional satisfaction. Pay attention to how she moves or sits. Is she unusually at ease, perhaps standing taller or exuding a quiet confidence? Maybe there's a natural warmth or energy in her demeanor that wasn't there before. These small shifts can speak volumes, especially when paired with other signs. Of course, body language can reflect many things: a great day, a moment of relaxation, or simply feeling good about herself. It's important to consider the bigger picture and not rely solely on these cues. When approached with curiosity and respect, these observations can deepen your understanding of the emotional and physical connections in your relationships. Number 4. Subtle hints in conversation. Sometimes the most revealing clues aren't in her appearance or body language, but in the things she says or chooses not to say. Women often drop subtle hints in conversation, whether consciously or unconsciously, that can point to a recent, intimate experience. These hints might come in the form of offhand remarks about how she spent her evening, playful comments about feeling particularly relaxed or satisfied, or even a vague mention of someone she spent time with. Research on communication shows that people often hint at personal experiences through indirect language, especially when those experiences are private or emotional. It's a way of sharing without being overly explicit. Pay close attention to the tone and content of her words. Is she more light-hearted or teasing than usual? Does she bring up someone new or talk about her recent activities with a knowing smile? For example, she might casually mention feeling well-rested or joke about needing to recover from a fun night. These subtle conversational cues, while not definitive on their own, can offer meaningful insights when combined with other signs. However, it's important to approach this with respect and an open mind. People share what they're comfortable with, and these hints might not always mean what you think. By listening attentively and considering the context, you can gain a better understanding of her emotions and experiences, while maintaining a thoughtful and non-judgmental perspective. Number 5. Understanding her behavior after intimacy. Let's talk about an often overlooked yet revealing aspect: her behavior in the hours following intimacy. If a woman has recently had sex, her actions during this time can sometimes offer subtle clues. These behaviors aren't always obvious but can provide insights when observed thoughtfully. For instance, She might display lingering signs of arousal, such as touching her skin more frequently, adjusting her clothing, or even taking extra time to freshen up. Research on post-intimacy behavior shows that many women experience a heightened awareness of their bodies after sex. This often leads to small, intentional actions aimed at maintaining a sense of cleanliness, freshness, or attractiveness. Consider how she behaves after returning from a date or spending time away. Does she appear unusually attentive to her appearance, fixing her hair, adjusting her outfit, or even glowing with a newfound energy? These subtle behaviors can sometimes hint at a recent intimate encounter. A broader perspective. While these signs can be intriguing, it's essential to remember that they are just indicators, not definitive proof of anything. A change in mood, a radiant glow, shifts in body language, conversational hints, and post-encounter behaviors all tell pieces of the story, but they're not the whole picture. People are complex, and these observations should always be considered within the broader context of her personality, mood, and circumstances. How to respond? So what should you do if you notice these signs? The answer lies in approaching the situation with respect, understanding, and a clear focus on trust. Avoid jumping to conclusions based solely on these cues. Instead, prioritize open communication and empathy. If you're curious about her feelings or experiences, create a safe space where she feels comfortable sharing. Recap and moving forward. To recap, here are the 5 key signs to watch for. 1. A significant change in her mood. 2. The unmistakable post-sex glow. 3 shifts in her body language. 4. Subtle hints in conversation. 5. Specific behaviors in the hours following intimacy. Each of these can provide valuable insights into her emotions and experiences, but they should always be interpreted with care. Relationships thrive on trust and mutual understanding, so use these observations to deepen your connection rather than make assumptions. Join the conversation. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it with others who might benefit from these insights. Your support helps us continue exploring the psychology of relationships, attraction, and connection. We also want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed similar signs in someone? What patterns or behaviors have stood out to you in your own experiences? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. Your stories might provide valuable perspectives for others navigating the intricate dynamics of relationships. Closing thoughts. At the end of the day, relationships are about more than reading signs. They're about building trust, fostering open communication, and connecting on a deeper level. While understanding these cues can be helpful, always prioritize respect and empathy in your interactions. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, keep exploring the fascinating world of human connection and stay curious about the psychology that drives our relationships.